Whenever you need me, go ahead and call me. You be my best friend, and I be your homie. I ain't gon' stunt. I got that sack, but I ain't blowing no money unless you throw it back, and I'll roll up. When I roll up. I'm funny. Y'all don't know about that old Wiz Khalifa. Of course, I had to remix it. That's the G mix, you know what I'm saying? G Unit. You gotta remix it like that sometimes now. Okay, now. No Kenny Nina, my raps. It's an AD.
There's some people in this
ain't an
world
HD.
that are just straight up evil and heartless.
For sure.
Darius Scooter Murphy is one of those people.
He look crazy.
He was the main hitman.
He look crazy. I look at him like some people just look crazy as hell. Like if you look at his face right here, he looks like he don't got it all. The line is messed up. Eyes too damn big. Like he ain't got no soul in his eye. Where his pupils at? Where is his pupils? Like he ain't got no soul in there for real. And he got a little weird shaped head, man.
One of the most feared gangs in the west side of Chicago. He wasn't just a killer. He was a man who made murder routine.
Okay.
A man who could look someone in the eye and pull the trigger, then go get dinner like nothing happened. In just 2.5 years, Scooter killed at least 7 people in cold blood. He killed a man in front of the man's 1-year-old baby and laughed on a wired phone call about snatching a woman by the wig and shooting her in the head. Prosecutors had described him as the most violent, dangerous, and depraved defendant to appear before them. Scooter's actions were so cold-hearted that a judge questioned whether he had a soul.
See, it gets to a point where some of these shooters got to get put down. Like back in the day, if a shooter was too wild, bro, his own gang will put him down. That's why Munchie got put down. That's why like certain people got put down. But nowadays they be too scared of the killers. They don't even want to mess with it. They're like, no, we need him low key, but he is crazy. Let me keep my distance. Bro, put that nigga down like a dog. That's what some of y'all. That's what gotta happen with some of these people. I ain't mad for saying it. Somebody gotta say it. These people be moving too wacky, too reckless.
Be telling his story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Darius Murphy, best known by the nickname Scooter, is from the west side of Chicago. The west side of Chicago doesn't get as much coverage as the south side because it doesn't have as many famous rappers from there, but it might be even more deadly. Scooter grew up without his father in his life, so he looked for a father figure. This led to him seeking guidance from local gang members. He became a member of the set Wicked Town when he was just 14 years old. Wicked Town is a set that primarily consists of traveler vice lords, and they reside in the Austin neighborhood. Austin is one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago. Wicked Town also goes by the monikers Rust World and Moquise World, named after a member named Rust that was killed in 2014 and a member named Moquise that was killed in 2011. For nearly a decade, Wicked Town operated with militant efficiency, engaging in brazen shootouts, drug trafficking, and executing enemies without warning. They beef with sets like Ghost Mob, LF 5200, and MOF. Over time, Scooter would establish himself as Wicked Town's top killer. According to federal prosecutors, Scooter was the one called whenever Wicked Town needed someone dead. Beginning in August of 2015, he would go on a horrific killing spree that left at least 7 dead and dozens more traumatized.
Now, just because I'm over here trying to get my, you know what I'm saying, myself together, don't mean I ain't hearing and picking up what they putting down. Let me tell you something about the west side. West side is too damn big. The south side is big, don't get me wrong. The east side, you know, it's kind of big. The west side is the biggest part of Chicago. Most of Chicago is the west side. You can be downtown and go on the west side and low-key not even know you on the west side. So the thing about it is there's a lot of killing that be going down, but they really be trapping. They be getting money. Like they be getting money on the west side. I'm not gonna lie. They be more focused on that, but they still do be like getting down. And the thing about west side is it's kind of like, y'all ever seen The Wire when they was putting bodies in abandoned buildings and putting bodies in bandos and stuff like that? That's what really be going on. Like people will really catch your ass, do something to you on the west side. Like on the south side, they're just gonna smoke you. West side, you don't know shit. They'll do something to you, man.
On Sunday, August 23, 2015, a man named James Duthard was driving in the 1000 block of North Lemon at about 8:35 p.m. when a gunman spotted him and opened fire, striking him repeatedly. After being hit, James crashed into a parked car. Law enforcement arrived, and James was pronounced dead at the scene at just 42 years old. James was an OG member of Ghost Mob. Scooter would eventually get charged with this murder years later. This was only the beginning of killing for him.
And they be having a lot of older guys on the block on the west side too. Be a lot of old heads that be gangbanging still.
On September 2nd, 2015, a man named Dan Rance was outside at about 11:35 p.m. in the 700 block of North Long Avenue when someone walked up and opened fire. Dan was shot in the chest and torso and taken to West Suburban Medical Center in Oak Park,
It ain't
where
funny,
he was
but damn.
pronounced dead at just 23 years old. Scooter is believed to be the gunman in this incident, and he targeted Dan because Dan was allegedly a member of Ghost Mob.
So he just had it
Sadly,
out with
after
Ghost
this,
Mob.
Scooter would kill an innocent man thinking he was one of his ops.
What Ghost Mob do to you? That's two bodies from Ghost Mob. They
On
did
April
something.
28th, 2017, a man named Alfred Stovall was taking his 1-year-old son out of a baby seat in the 600 block of North Laurel Avenue at about 7:01 p.m. when a gunman pulled up and shot him multiple times. Alfred would later be pronounced dead 30 minutes later at just the age of 31. Scooter was the gunman in this incident, and he shot Alfred 7 times at close range because he believed that Alfred was a rival gang member. It turns out that Alfred was an innocent man and had no involvement in the street life.
Now that might be true, that might not be true. The only thing I can say to not justify but get like some clarity on the situation, he might have been kicking it with their ass. Or his family might have been in one of them, or he just lived on that block. It could have been anything. But for you to walk somebody down, you saw his face. So that means you knew who he was. So you just assumed he was with that because he was probably around in vicinity. That's why like you gotta be careful when you go on these certain blocks and people see you with certain people, you taking pictures with certain people. Niggas don't think like you with them. So they be like, all right, if I catch you, then shit. And that be happening more than people think. Like people gotta be careful.
Scooter felt no remorse and would continue to kill. On December 23rd, 2017, a man named Keyshawn Mobley and another man were sitting on a back porch at 2:34 p.m. in the 5200 block of West Ferdinand when another male walked up, fired shots, and ran off in an unknown direction. Keyshawn, also known by the nickname K-Money, was shot multiple times in the head and body and pronounced dead on the scene at 3:12 p.m. at just the age of 21. His friend that was with him at the time was shot as well, but survived his injuries as he was only struck in the ankle. Scooter is believed to be the gunman in this incident, and he targeted Keyshawn because he was allegedly a member of LF 5200. Less than 1 month after this, Scooter would kill again.
Damn, he's just getting busy. See, this be the scary part about the streets. You had killers that don't get locked up. See, Vaughn was getting locked up between his time. That's why when people say like Vaughn wasn't even out that long, he had all this work going on. He had to get locked up. People like this, they got to get locked up, bro, because they don't. They're going to keep doing it. They're on sprees, on photo. So they got to get taken off the streets, or the police got to do their damn job.
On January 11, 2018, a man named Uriah Hughes and another man were getting into a car in the 5300 block of West Race when multiple gunmen pulled up and started shooting at them. Uriah was shot in the body and taken to Stroger Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 33 years old. His friend was shot in the back but survived his injuries. Scooter is believed to be one of the gunmen in this incident. He targeted Uriah because he was allegedly a member of LF 5200. Following this incident, Scooter would go on to commit his most heartless murders.
He just kept oh my Jesus Christ. They cannot be with that.
This crime came on the night of January 31st, 2018. A Wicked Town member named Deshaun Morgan believed that a man named Donald Holmes Jr. had snitched on them. Due to this, Deshaun hired Scooter and another Wicked Town member named Damon Brown to kill Donald in exchange for $5,000 and an assault rifle.
Wow.
Day, Deshaun convinced Donald to meet up with Scooter.
So you caught a body for $6,000? That's really all that should add up to, bro. Probably like $6,500. You want to highball it. You smoked a nigga for $6,500? That's not even lawyer money though, bro. Like y'all gotta think about it, like that can't even get you no bond for the stuff that you're doing. That's not getting you no bond. That's not even a deposit on a lawyer. That's not nothing. That's some little pocket money. Like it's crazy what a person would do when they broke. Like, if you dangle $5,000-$10,000 in front of somebody's face and they messed up, they down bad. You will see a real evil come out of people.
Donald arrived in his Jeep Cherokee with his girlfriend named Diane Taylor sitting in the passenger seat, and they parked in the 4700 block of Arthington Street. Scooter entered the car from the back seat and shot Donald 4 times in the head. Then he grabbed Diane by her hair as she tried to flee and shot her twice. He then turned back to Donald and shot him multiple times again. Later that year, both Scooter and DeMond would end up in the Cook County Jail, and someone would secretly record them discussing the killings. They said it happened because Deshaun thought Donald was working as a confidential informant for law enforcement. Though Donald had not been working with law enforcement at the time of his death, he had been a source for the FBI.
Oh,
In the
damn.
recorded conversation, Scooter can be heard confessing to and describing the crime. He described the double murder in a laughing and bragatory manner. During the call, Scooter is quoted saying, "I get in the back seat, shoot that bitch in the back of his shit, pow pow. His bitch tried to bail out. I grabbed her by the back of her wig. I said, 'Where you going?' Pow pow. I hit her in her shit 2 times. Then I turned, hit him in his shit 2 more times. Pow pow." This carelessness would lead to the feds having overwhelming evidence.
And that's why you gotta lock him up, because they get too bold. What you mean? You just on the phone talking about, yeah, I just popped his ass 2 times, got up back of the car, popped the ass 2 times. Yeah, I did it all. Like, on the phone? No, like, you just got too bold with it. Like, he just thought he was the man. Like, I don't know, it's different. Like, I feel like when somebody started catching bodies, you just lose, like, a piece of your humanity. That's how I feel, honestly, because you're not supposed to be doing no shit like that. Like, it's not normal. It's not normal to like, walk up on somebody and just face them. You gotta think about that act. Like, even you doing that, you pulling the trigger, you seeing this real time. His face is changing. You seeing brain, teeth, tissue, all type of like, and you keep doing this and you like doing this, you losing your humanity. You tell me you turn into a damn animal, like a demon. Like, that shit not even animals. Like, a lot of animals don't just kill just to kill. A lot of animals, like, only animals that kind of kill just to kill is like killer whales and shit.
To take down Wicked Town.
That's seals and stuff.
In 2021, the FBI finally brought down the hammer. Scooter was arrested and named in a sweeping RICO indictment along with 12 other Wicked Town members. He was charged with multiple counts of murder in aid of racketeering, attempted murder, and firearms trafficking. Scooter eventually took a plea deal. In exchange for avoiding the death penalty, he confessed to the 7 murders discussed earlier. He was ultimately sentenced to 50 years in federal prison. Man, there's truly some heartless people walking around the street.
Oh, it's real out here. That's made me think about a couple people. That's why it's spaced out for us saying, like, it gets critical out. Critical money, it get real critical out here, man. So you gotta be tact, man. Tact. All I gotta say. Be safe, get out to the streets. And if you a lady, or you, even if you just a nigga, you think it's cool to be on the block or be with these hood guys, please stop doing that, because it's not what you think. These people is broke, they shiesty, they really gonna use and abuse you, no diddy, because they gonna try to like, they like blood sucking ticks, they gonna suck the life and energy out of you, or the money out of you too, in front of them. So stay away from that shit, and eventually you might get too deep in it, and now you in it, now you one of them. So stop before you become one of them, because once you one of them, it's hard not to be one of them no more, in front of them, like.